the Federal Reserve increasing the borrowing rates. Everybody who had debt at certain rates and then now needs to pile on more debt. Look, a business, a country, a person. Okay, I have a running line of credit. Yeah, I have it for 10, 5 years or whatever. But I am constantly, as a business owner, you're paying back debt and taking out more debt. And you didn't project that the cost of the debt would increase. This is what's happening to all the banks, and this is what's happening to these other countries. They have 5 or 10 year debt at low rates, but they don't have the money to pay it off, so they need to take out new loans that are way more expensive. This is what's really happening to the banks, and it's really hard to explain, but I try to do things in layman's terms. When the new debt comes on, like no one's taking out mortgages now. It used to be that the
who's
market
buying houses?
Nope. And who's giving up their mortgage? Because if mortgage rates were stable,
Yeah, exactly.
this is a perfect example. Because think of a house. You buy a small house, a starter house. You have a wife, a kid, little dog. You got another kid on the way. You've made some more money. You've gone up the corporate ladder. You want a bigger house. My rate is 2%. Rates now are 5%. I'm not leaving my house. Okay, so what are the implications of that? You don't take on new debt. You don't buy the new, bigger house. People aren't buying houses. People aren't moving. So those starter houses that people are stuck in, they're not selling. So the whole market grinds to a halt. But imagine instead of houses, these are countries.
Yeah. There's no movement.
Well,
so that leads to like the other like global thing where it's like Russia and China are making deals to, to denominate in the yuan instead of US dollars for like, certain parts of the country.
So for energy, people are going to start avoiding the dollar. And this is like a history lesson that I learned recently. People know maybe Muammar Gaddafi. In America, they talk about how he was a horrible person, and he has definitely done atrocities and was like a war criminal or whatever. Hillary Clinton was very happy. Joe Rogan jokes about it, how we came, we conquered, he's dead, and she laughs. This guy apparently tried to do the same thing that is happening now with China and Russia, where he wanted to stop trading in the dollar. They all had oil, and he wanted to create a Pan-African currency or a trading bloc. And then there's suspicions that that's why he was killed, was because he was trying to get away from the globalized dollar petrol. Most things are run by the dollar, and then the dollar is mainly used to trade natural resources and energy, but it also is used to trade everything else. But it's very important that the global oil markets are traded in dollars. And so then the thing is, everybody is using dollars. The Federal Reserve controls the monetary supply. They lend money to the government. The government's been running deficits and increasing. It's unsustainable. But everybody else gives us their money in their own currency, or they trade their goods in dollars because it's the gold standard now. If the yuan, if people stop trading in dollars, if people trade their dollars away, if they sell their dollars and lower the value of dollars, supply demand, then the dollars would be more and more worthless the less people trade in dollars. If the rest of the world stopped caring, and the thing is, the value of the dollars that we gave them is decreasing because we're printing more currency. But each of those countries then in turn has to print more currency to buy more dollars. In India, I used to live there, and I still have my company and my employees there. When I was there, it was 62 rupees to a dollar. About a year ago, I believe it was 72. Now, anything that's imported to India that's from America or that's denominated in dollars is more expensive for them. That means they buy less of it. That means that there's inflation. That means there's less money for other stuff. Now, I just recently paid some of my employees. It's 82 rupees to the dollar. We talk about how there's inflation over here and the dollar is inflating and losing its value. But these other currencies are doing even worse because they
Exactly.
owe money in dollars. And so if the whole world is still stuck on dollars,
I think the yen is also like declining super
it
hard.
is, it is, it is. And in each country, the way that these levers are used is you can print money, which increases the monetary supply and does inflation, or you can lower rates to allow people to borrow more money, which causes additional other problems. Because, then that also increases the flow of money, but it makes it that your yields when you're saving make less. These are like complicated things, but these are actually basic things with math and economics. But a lot of people aren't paying attention or understanding what's going on. And I'm just trying to explain to people there's a few levers. And the thing is, we can bring it back to
It's like the
crypto.
faucet when you turn on the